Hello everyone, Mrs. Keidel here. We're going to go over some Kandinsky concentric circle drawings as well as ways you can be creative while you're creating today. We're going to be using markers, colored pencils, or oil pastels. I'm going to be using markers for my demonstration, but once we're done with our demo, you're going to get to it and get to creating. All right, here we go. This morning, we're going to start with large pieces of paper. Now you're going to be doing some folds, and after we do our folds, we're going to trace with Sharpie or with marker to establish our lines and then to create our shapes. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is fold it hot dog, because I think it's a little easier to fold the second folds after we've done it the long way. Now you're here to make some choices. You could fold it once to get 4 squares, twice to get 8 squares, or you can fold it into thirds for 6 squares. So whatever you're thinking, whatever feels right to you for how many things you want to draw, fold accordingly. I went ahead and did a center fold and got 6 individual squares here. So now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to establish each box. So some of you might have 4 boxes, some of you might have 6, and some of you might have 8. It's all depending on how many folds you wanted to make. As soon as you have these done, start thinking of some designs or shapes that you can fill these in with. One thing you could do is just stick with simple circles, ovals, finding different ways to fill in your space, just like Kandinsky did. You might even think about adding Linework in. Also, think about what time of year it is. Could you incorporate ideas for the month of October? Being creative with the shapes, the drawings, and then creating the concentric lines around. 2 more examples I have here are fruit. So you could get creative with the different kinds of media that you're using. And my last example before I get going on my own drawing right now would be sports and athletic equipment. So anything that relates to you, anything that you're thinking about these days during the month of October, as we're getting into different sports, as we're preparing for things like that, bring what you're doing in your everyday life into your ideas. Just like we do for every project, we want this to be about you. Now I'm going to go ahead and start messing around with different shapes. We've done a ton of circles, but we can still do concentric designs with different shapes. So I'm going to go with triangle, the traditional circles, and it's okay to have your lines kind of go off of the page or into the square. We don't want to go into different boxes, but it can kind of cut off there. I'm going to go for an oval shape. Sometimes it's fun to see if you can experiment with how your concentric circles move. So some might be wider, some might be thinner. And you're going to fill in your whole sheet here. Now I'm going to slide this off to my finished one. Once I'm done with drawing in black or gray or whatever color I so choose, now I'm going to fill these in all the way. Remember that you can use markers, colored pencils, or oil pastels today. Markers will move a little bit quicker. You can experiment with the color combinations that you do. Maybe you want to do all warm colors, all cool colors, or maybe you want it to be random and have lots of contrast. No matter what kind of feeling you're having today, invest it into our drawings. Our goal is to have the entire paper colored in, and if you have any extra time today, you can find things in the extra time items or get any missing assignments turned in. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Have fun with this project today and stay true. See you on Monday.